Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For celebrating the release of the new Genshin update today, I'm dropping this tutorial for my Scaramouche makeup. I, to be honest, have no idea how to pronounce that properly, so don't roast me. Or roast me, I actually don't care, I know that's probably wrong, so who cares. And yes, I will start off by putting on some lenses. I need to admit they have the wrong color. Like, they are purple and I know his eyes are rather dark blue. But as you all know, I will move abroad in a month and I neither have the money nor the time to get different lenses now. Yeah, so that's it. So please bear with my eyes being purple. It can happen, it doesn't change how I apply my makeup, so let's get started. First I put in my lenses. To be honest, it was really hard to do it on camera. I'm not sure if I will include it in future videos, but I wanted to try anyways. Then I put on my wig net. It also doesn't look good doing that, but I wanted to show how to place it properly. Always make sure that it matches your hairline. After that comes the tape to lift up my eyebrows a little, as my eyes are like really droopy and really hooded, and it's just way easier to apply makeup like that. If you do not wish to do that yourself, you can also skip this part. It's basically optional and most people don't need it anyways. So it's just a personal preference. If you tape, make sure it doesn't pull too strong so that you still have facial expressions. That's why I always try it out by moving my eyebrows. For the makeup, I first start off with a primer. I apply it like a cream and it helps your makeup last longer and stick better. Next up is the foundation of your choice. You can apply it with a sponge, a brush or just your fingers. I prefer a sponge currently, and you just tap it in lightly. If you use a very high covering foundation like I do, make sure to cover every part of your face because otherwise it will look very patchy. Also make sure to blend all the parts so that you don't have any weird lines where the makeup is overlapping or where it's stronger than on other parts. The part I tend to forget the most is my hairline. Make sure to put your makeup there as well. I then use a concealer to make my skin look even more flawless. Just apply it on all the areas that are a little darker than others, or on any red spots or whatever you wish to cover up. Concealers are often even more high covering than foundations and therefore are perfect for covering up whatever is unwanted. I also blend this out with a makeup sponge. I'm just using the same one I used for the foundation. I then discovered a new nose contouring technique where I will just highlight the part in the middle and the tip of my nose, but not the whole nose anymore. It really was a game changer for me and looks so much better already, because to be honest, I'm really not good at contouring. I still need to improve a lot. Next is some powder to finish the base makeup off. I am still using baby powder. I said in multiple videos I will look for a proper powder in Japan, but I just don't have one yet and it works perfectly fine. Since Scaramouche basically has canon red eyeliner around his eyes, I'm using a lot of red tones for this makeup look. So even for the base shade, I'm taking something a little more reddish. I then applied all over my eyelid and a little upwards on the outer corner, but I tried to spare out the inner corner as much as possible. I then continue on the lower eyelid and just cover it all with the color I chose, leaving out a little space between the upper and lower lid that is basically not colored at all. That helps, for example, with making my eyes look a little more straight, which actually helps a lot when trying to appear more male. It's kinda my pro tip for male makeup, to make everything look pretty straight. I then take a pretty dark shade for shading and apply it all over my eyelid, but only on the part where my eye actually is. I do not extend it and only blend it a little upwards. After that, it's time for the most difficult part, the eyeliner. I first outline my eye and leave a little space between my lash line and the line of the eyeliner that I am going to fill in afterwards to make the line seem thicker. To be honest, I messed it up a little here, but usually I extend the line further then and add a little wing at the end, but pretty far from my eye. From this wing, we connect the line again towards the middle of our eye with the rest of the eyeliner. Make sure that everything aside from the wing and the wing itself too is pretty straight, especially the lower line of the eyeliner that connects to your eye. And we do the same thing at the other eye. I, to be honest, messed up here again. I removed that later and keep going for the moment. Please just ignore that. I'm just human, that happens to everyone once in a while. Here I did it right and winged the line directly. And then connected it to my eye. It looks very fast, much better than the other side. Then just need to go and make the lower line straight as well. This part is the most difficult. What I'm going to do is I will draw a line from the outer corner of my eye towards the center of my line in a slightly curved motion to make it look natural. The starting point of the lower eyeliner should lay in a diagonal to the upper eyeliner. I also make the line a little broader and straight on top at the outer corner to mimic Scaramouche's eye shape. And once again, try to make this line as clean as possible, otherwise it will look messy and probably not good in the end. In the best case, the line should look like you could just attach it to the point where the wing starts if you would extend it. Also, to make our eyes look wider as a whole, I extend the inner corner line a little more as well. It always needs to be balanced to have a natural effect, and if our eyes would be that wide, they wouldn't just be in one direction. I then use black coal and put it on my waterline from the center towards the inner corner to extend and connect it to the eyeline we drew before. If necessary, also draw it a little bit under your eye, but make sure to not smudge it too much. Like this, the whole lower line looks way more natural than if you would do it with eyeliner, as that usually makes it look too thick and unnatural and also leaves your waterline out, which just in general often makes a weird shape. I then use this dark red to shade. We apply it on the part over the eyeliner to shade the shape we just created and connect it to our eyelid, slightly blend it outwards to make it look a little more natural. After that, we're going to do the same thing below our eye. Make sure the color is the darkest the closer it gets to the eyeliner and fades a little in the other direction. To finish this off, we blend the lower and upper red a bit into each other to make it look a little more faded, but don't apply too much color. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I always try to put all of the explanations first so that you can just see what I'm doing and try to understand on the next eye. I then used this dark brown color again to reshade the part we used it on before, and connect it to the red, of course. After that, grab the mascara of your choice and slightly press it onto your lashes. We don't want to elongate them, just to paint them black so that they don't stick out compared to the eyeliner. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Before applying the lip makeup is the perfect moment to do so. To be fair, I forgot a part of my eye makeup and will do it later in the highlight section. For the lips, I first take a light brown color of eyeshadow and apply it all over my lips, as most people have a different lip shade than skin color and it just looks more natural to do so, at least for me. I then take the dark brown one again for shading. I'm drawing a line all over the center of my lips to make the whole part look darker and more defined. Also do the same thing on your lower lip. I then want to extend the corners of my mouth by following the line of my upper lip. The line should basically make the same shape as your upper lip, just a little more extended outwards. And of course connect it to the rest of the line. I then straighten out the whole shade. Remember when I said for looking male makes things as straight as possible? That's exactly what I'm doing here. I then take the light brown shade again for contouring. The contouring again is pretty individual for every nose shape, so it's best if you look up what fits your nose shape the most, or if your nose looks similar than mine, just follow what I'm doing. I recently stopped contouring my whole nose and simply put a line on my eyebrows and on the tip of my nose, as in between it is quite uneven and this makes my nose look much straighter than contouring it as a whole. Making it look slim and straight is, by the way, the goal of this. The best way to figure out what suits you best is simple trial and error. I then contour my fulcrum to make it look even more defined as well. This really adds up to making your lips look manly. Same goes for the shade under your lip. Then onto the cheekbones. Again, that's very individual to your face shape. Just try out what makes the effect you want. I want my face to look slim and defined. I'm not that good in contouring, but I can look up some videos and link them down below in the description. Next is the highlighter. Always remember where there's shadow, there's light, and you will not create a proper shape if you don't highlight when you just contour. As with the contouring, I'm just putting it on the tip of my nose and on the nose bridge. Add a little bit on the cheeks where the light reflects naturally. And also highlight the top of my lips to make the contrast even harder. I then continue with the part of my eye makeup that I missed before and highlight the whole area of the inner corner of my eye and below the contouring to make my eyes look wider and brighter there. I also do the same thing below. It also helps too with covering up my dark circles. I then take this super huge palette that basically everyone used to own in 2015 to pick out a color for my eyebrows that matches my wig. I then follow the natural shape of my brows that I trimmed before and make the line straight at the center. Make sure to fill them in as much as possible. I also like to extend them a little towards the middle as that adds up to contouring my nose. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. If you have any suggestions or any wishes what tutorial that could be, just leave it down below. I'm happy about every interaction because every support of you brings me closer to my dreams and helps me create more content. So see you next time!